Well, my profiteers, do you feel like you've got the rug pulled under your legs today? Do you feel like you've been bamboozled? Well, yes, my profiteers, a lot of people feel like that because of the market. It's down. Why is it that October, November, December are supposed to be the best months of the stock market and during election year? Very, 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 very good. But today, the market crashed. It burned. We've been bamboozled. And we're going to get some information to show you guys how big money is starting the manipulation and why us as investors should not be fearful, should not run away from the manipulation, walk towards the manipulation, buy the dip, and be able to get to the bag because in the year, there's going to be a new president. Do we like it? Do we not like it? Who cares? It is what it is. But we're going to talk about how to stop the manipulation from hurting our portfolio.
And you just wanna get paid. Tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Yeah, painful profits to help you seek change. And you just wanna get paid. Yeah, tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Painful profits to help you seek change. Yeah, cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you.
Before we get started, as always, though, like, subscribe, share to our channel as we continue to grow in real life. I'm a certified financial planner, managed over $250 million in assets on these YouTube streets. I'm just giving information, valuable information that's going to help us, help our finances, and help our money grow. Not like that, but like that. Lego. Now, my profiteers, look at this, right? Let's zoom on in. That's this week. We're down by 1.15%. Yes, it's Monday and Tuesday, but we were told that October, November, December, historically, the best times to invest. We were told that September is the worst month of the year, so we buy the dip. And my profiteers, we bought the dip. And right now, it doesn't feel too good. After one bad month in September, or one bad week, up, 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 red. And look at the volume, red. First time in 3 weeks that more people were selling instead of buying. People were buying in September when usually they sell. My profiteers, that screams of market manipulation. The people who run the hedge funds, who run the big banks, who make everything move and shake, they are right now manipulating the market. And we're going to look at these charts to show why. Don't be afraid. Don't be very, very afraid. No, lean into this and buy because history, not a guarantee, but it does have the crazy, crazy, crazy way of repeating itself. Let's look at these charts. First off, my profiteers, they say it doesn't matter who's in the White House. Republicans do better when they're in the White House. Democrats do better when in the White House. But really, statistically, it's like a dead heat. Now, this is circa 2022. We know 2023, the market went up, but doesn't count though, because Biden, he's there, but he's not there, if you know what I mean. That's why he's not running. I think he did a great thing for the country not running. Not saying I support one person or another, but definitely he shouldn't be running, man. So, anyways, though, but as we can see, when a Democrat is president and the Democrats, yes, control everything, 9%, compared to Republicans, 4.9%. Divided, which we want because divided government means one person can't be too conservative, one can't be too liberal. Divided government historically is the best, and it shows. 3.6% divided government for a Democrat president, 3.7% for Republican. And if it's all Republican in Congress, then 13% Republican, 13% Democrat, 12.9% Republican. So really, does it really matter? I mean, unless it's a Democrat in office and Democrat in Congress, that's going to give you a big boost. But divided government or Republicans in, historically, look at that. Look at that. It really doesn't matter stock market wise. The reason why, because companies, they don't care about blue, they don't care about red, they don't care about left, they don't care about right. In life and on TV, they might say one thing, but they care about one color, green. Dollar bills, y'all. They do not care. What they want to do is have some certainty that one party ain't messing it all up. And number two, how can they make money? And once they get that clarity, this is what we see. So since 1933, it really does not matter stock market wise who's in office. Now, person might say, oh, tax cuts or whatever. Statistically, it doesn't matter. But the manipulation doesn't stop here, though. It goes on. My profiteers, they also say volatility is bad. Volatility is horrible. That's a lie. We see here pre-election, the year of the election, year number 4, volatility as much as 40% drawdown. We have the most drawdowns statistically during an election year. Why my profiteers? Manipulation, right? The banks try to get their way. They try to send a message. What's the easiest way to send the message to the powers that be in Washington? The economy. The what economy? No, the economy. What economy? Wakanda forever. The economy. That drives a message to politicians. Hey, I told you to pass this bill. You better do it. I told you to do this tax cut. You better do it. I told you to do whatever. I need that pork. You better do it. And as you can see, look at that. 4%. Max, 9.1%. So it shows that during an election year, the volatility happens like that because people do what? People panic. And the banks know, and the powers that be know, that October, November, December historically is the best month over 3-month time period for any 4-year cycle. So people run from the hills. The big banks sell, and retail investors, they don't sell when the banks do when it's down 5-10%. They sell at 30, 35. The banks buy back at 40. And now this pump from negative 40 to positive 30, that 70% swing, my profiteers. The banks are eating up all of our dumb money. So when the market goes down, the market is volatile, volatility is going up, manipulation is happening. And my profiteers, do not sell low, buy low. Lean in to the volatility and the downness, because over time, you're going to make money because of it. Another chart. My profiteers. Presidential elections through the years, right? When a new president's elected, 9.3%. For bonds, 6.7%. All presidential election years, at least 11%. Above average. Average of the market, give it 10%. During an election year, 11%. The market does better during election years. Forget what the media tells you. It's manipulation. Take it a step further. An incumbent. Now, in this situation, kind of an incumbency, right? Because there's a vice president. They are pumping money into the system. The money supply charts. The most money has been pumped in the system July and August since COVID. They are pumping money into the system. It takes 2 to 3 months for that to be invested, which is going to happen in September. It has happened already. In October, and of course in November before the election. The manipulation is happening, but historically we know the market does better when an incumbent wins. I'm not saying that that's going to happen this time, but the manipulation is happening. So as these big banks have volatility go up like crazy, people sell because they're scared. The big banks are going to scoop those things up, make money, while we look up and say, I sold it for $100. I bought it back for $115, but it's going to go to $200. You lost 15% already. My profiteers, The charts show. Lean into the manipulation. Don't run away from it. Another chart. As I showed, the market gets choppier during election year, right? Average trading days for the year, right? Choppiness. When we get closer to the election time, look how choppy it is. Look over time as we get closer to the election, how choppier the market gets to an election year. Manipulation. Do you think us people that's selling a $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 is going to affect the market? Of course not. It's when billions are sold with a B in one day, and billions are bought with a B in one day. Does that choppiness happen? Manipulation is happening right now, and there's two things we can do. We could be scared. Oh, I'm going to lose all my money and get out the market, or we can lean in and right now take advantage of the market being down. What you going to do? One more chart for the road, which gets to the point and why it's important from a historical standpoint to know what's going on. And number two, from a psychological standpoint, don't make any crazy decisions. I wrote it in my book, The Relaxed Investor, right? Research, evaluate, locate, analyze, execute, but more importantly, conquering fear. Conquering fear, and fear is going on right now. Conquering fear and investing in yourself through self-discovery. You need to discover why it's important not to be manipulated. Look in the mirror. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to be afraid. I know historically the market does its best in October, November, December. I know the market does its worst in September, and the market was up in September, which means the manipulation is happening. September, the market has its worst month, historically. October, November, December, that 3-month time period, the best 3-month cycle for the market. You got to ask yourself, look in the mirror, ask yourself a question. Am I going to get manipulated? Am I going to sell something today at $100 a share, buy back at $115? I'm going to see Apple being down dramatically with a new iPhone that ain't nobody like and think that Apple is dead. Apple ain't going to go back up. Tim Cook ain't going to cook up them books and do something crazy to make their stock go up. Today, when the market out of nowhere goes down, when most people thought it was going to go up, is a day of opportunity. A day where we can buy something at a low price. So when it goes back up, we make money. And 3, 5, 10 years later, we make a lot more because we bought at a lower price. Today is where we take advantage of the manipulation. Do not let the media, the news, social media say the market's going down in a tizzy. We have too many positive factors. What's going on with the economy? It ain't the best, it ain't the worst. Too many factors historically, like we're looking at right now, that says otherwise. My profiteers, do not get manipulated. Do not get bamboozled. Stay in the market. Buy those stocks at a discount because when things go up, you're going to be happy you didn't make that mistake. Well, there you have it, my profiteers. What are you going to do? You're going to get scared, get a little bit irritated, a little bit frightened, take some profits. It's not a bad thing to take profits. It is a bad thing to panic. And panic selling right now today, as we had 2 bad days in the market, and it looks like the market's going to go down before the election because the news is saying it, is not the time that you do it. You do it when it's up dramatically. When everybody says things are rosy, things can't get any better, that's when we take profits. Historically, the market has its worst month in September. The market did good in September. The pump is starting. Historically, the market has its best 3 months in October, November, December. Big banks, big institutions, they sell now. So when you sell, they scoop it all up and make more money. That little edge, that 4-5% edge, they do that 3 or 4 times manipulation, they made an extra 20% a year. Literally, 5% edge 4 times. We sell out of 5%, they get 5%. 4 times, 20%. Everything else, to be even, but they make 20% every year. Compounding interest over 4 years, they doubled their money because of dumb money. Let's not be dumb. Like always, though, love is love, y'all. Comment below. Am I going crazy right now? Is the market really going to go down? Or am I speaking the truth? Let's make some paper profits together, y'all. Peace.